Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Deckin Around the Plug. Today we are really excited to have Stu McCann on the show. Stu is going to be talking about his upcoming project, the 52 Eyes Project. But before we jump into it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Ring the bell.
So what's up, Stu?
What's up, guys?
What is up, Stu?
So don't ask me to point at anything, please.
Yeah,
we won't. Yeah, point at your hair. That's good.
there you go.
So how come you don't have it all standing straight up?
I don't know, man. Like, it takes a lot of work to do that. I've had it before where you put product in it, and the issue here is that it's temporary color, and that's what you have to do to keep it this bright.
Gotcha.
So putting that much product in and then washing that out each day, it pulls the color out so quick, man.
That makes sense. Yeah, I like the purple. What made you get the purple? Was it Jasper?
Dude, I don't know. No, I've had this for a few weeks now. Like, you can actually see my regrowth coming through. Ugh.
Nice.
But no, I enjoy the purple, man.
It looks good. Definitely looks good.
Yeah,
Next time you should switch it up and leave the mohawk white and do the beard a color, or complementary colors.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but like that means I got to grow the beard out, and
then you look like Tyler, and you don't want to do that.
I know,
you don't want to do that.
Wait, I'm going to get this right. I run the risk of looking like this Wookiee.
There you go. You got it. I appreciate the thought that went into that point right there.
Thank you.
So Stu, why don't you tell us a little bit about the 52 Eyes project?
Sure. Okay. 52 Eyes started out as an idea that I sort of put on the back burners a while ago. I came up with the concept of getting 52 photographers together to take 52 different shots of a deck. And it was as simple as that. The idea was to have a coffee table style book that anyone from inside the card world or outside the card world could pick up, appreciate the photography, and sort of see it for what it was. However, that's okay. So that was the idea, and that was what was put on the shelf and left back there. I told Luke about this, Luke Wadey, a long time ago. So Luke's sort of been with me from day one on this.
Nice.
And I was running out of motivation on what to do, like creating content and just having a bit of a burnout moment. So I decided to just pull something off the back burner. And that's what came off. It just felt right. Felt like a good time to do it. And through the recruitment process, so that's the task that I had. I had on my plate the challenge to get 52 different people to agree to take, each take a photo for me and then just organize that chaos into one cohesive mass. Something that is still somewhat readable. I don't want it to be just a picture book. I wanted to at least have a bit of a message behind it. So through the recruiting process, I kind of realized pretty quick that to do this in a style that is more elegant and top end, as in to appeal more to the general masses than just card enthusiasts, I'm going to be excluding a ton of people from a project that needs so many helping hands to get done. And there's so many people out there that just it doesn't matter about who's got the better photo. It's not about that, So this is where the project took a bit of a turn, and it became okay. Well, I'm going to have everyone else on board, and I don't want it to be about the photography. So what's it now going to be about? And that's when I, through talk back and forth through a few people. It became about perspective.
Cool.
What does the person taking the photos see when they look at a card, any card? It's not about the card they took. It's not about assigning them to do it. If given the opportunity and only able to use one card, how would you present that in a way that sort of encapsulates you and your passions? So it's not about brand photography. It's not about trying to make it look sexy and appealing. It's about trying to put your soul into it and who you are. And that's why I think now the book is going to be a lot more interesting when we reach the point where we start putting everything together. When we sort of see the spectrum of images. You know, it's going to be really nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, being huge into photography, I think it's going to be a really cool, product to, get and look through. And, I think it's really cool because obviously there's not 52 good photographers in the community, and 52 good photographers is hard to find in the photography world, to be honest with you. But,
yeah.
I think it's really cool just to be able to see other people's perspectives, and I think, Luke being such an amazing designer, he couldn't be, the more perfect person. He is the perfect person to do it, being so involved in the community and such a great designer, and, obviously a friend of yours. So I think it's really cool that you brought him on board, and it's going to be cool seeing people's perspective on, the card that they chose, so it's.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the early stages, it was really good because, I mean, people joining the project had a much wider choice of the card to choose. So there's a lot of people in the community that tend to identify themselves with a certain card. Most people should bloody well know by now I am the 7 of spades. Like, that's what I label myself as. So like, I'll be taking the 7 of spades photo. So it was nice in the early days that people were able to sort of, really go for that strong identity link. But now, like when it got to the end stages, and it's like, well, I've got 6 cards left, or it was really interesting when I got down to 3 or 2. I never had an instance where I wasn't able to satisfy someone with their card request. A couple of times I got like knocked back for like a few people wanted this card, and it's like, well, it's already taken. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
Who
was the? Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was just saying it was really interesting to see people's choices. Ace of Spades never got requested once.
That's crazy. Not surprising though. I think Ace of Spades is such a generic card choice that people who are actually into the community don't pick it because they feel it's just generic,
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'm surprised. Who got the very first choice other than yourself?
Well, look, I mean, there were people that got the first choice, but it's kind of like I knew what they were going for. I knew that they were already going for that. So, I mean, the first people to get the free range choice, I mean, you were in there fairly quick, Steve. I mean, you were there from the early running. So, I mean, I can't honestly tell you. There's so many people involved.
How many people are involved?
At least 52.
Well,
no, come on. You didn't have to help him. I wanted to see what he said.
Well, look,
I wanted to see if he got it right.
Well, that's the thing. I got to be careful who I involve and what I assign them to do. Ideally, it would have been great to have one of the photographers also be the graphic designer without needing extra eyes. And I think this is a bit of a funny thing. So I was thinking about the jokers. What do I do for the jokers? Because
I can tell you a couple of jokers in the community. That'd be perfect.
So there's 52 cards in a deck, and the idea was to make 52 pages, 52 photos of 52 different cards, makes up the full deck, have it in deck order, and then I'm like, fuck, the jokers. But we're calling it 54 eyes. Just sounds like a bad nerd joke.
Yeah, 54 eyes.
Yeah. It's like, what do you call it? I don't know. A cluster of nerds. I need time to rework that backwards. But you get where I'm going. So that's the thing. There obviously are more than 52 people involved, and the actual people that aren't helping with the photography actually aren't, they're doing something else because their strength doesn't lie with photography. It's not a platform they wish to stand on. So I'm actually working with Buyworthy Cards. Buyworthy
Cool.
Cards is going to be I think a collaborator when it comes to the end of it, because I mean Josh has been there to help so many people get started and navigate Kickstarter, like Luke Wadey. That's always stuck to me, that Josh was there to help him out with Mono X. So I'm really proud to have Josh on board. He's got some connections when it comes to printing. We're still yet to lock in a final printer, but we've narrowed it down to a couple.
Very
It just
cool.
depends on pricing and availability from here. So
Yeah.
all I can do is wait for the quotes at this point.
Nice.
And that'll bring us around to a price point of what people can expect. But the idea is a bit grandiose, but I don't want that to be reflected in the end price as well.
Right.
I want to be able to present it as a nice, classy book, but I also want to be able to present it as something that's not like, oh shit, I had to fork out $30-$40 for this goddamn book.
Yeah.
It's more like, oh, okay, yeah, that's all. I might pick up a second.
Cool.
So that's the aim with the price. And I've done some like preliminary projections and stuff, but I don't know the extra costs.
Yeah.
So I know what it costs to print, but yeah, I haven't sat down and worked it all out yet with Josh. So, but I mean, we're expecting to sort of launch the project. It will be launched through Kickstarter at this stage.
Cool.
And we're going to look at sort of early 21 for that. Early
Nice.
2021. Can we just say early 21? That works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. So we'll just do early 21 for that. And that's about it. Yeah. We got the photos all together. So we're just waiting now to sort of to gather it all up and
Nice.
see
I
what
still owe a photo.
Yeah.
I had this crazy idea for a photo, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it work. So I had to change it up a bit. So
The photographer running behind. Come on now, Steve.
yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's the one that told me to set. Wait. He's the one who told me to set firm deadlines for photographers.
I am. I'm the one.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
He told you that because he knew he'd be behind deadlines. So
Actually, no. I thought. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'm totally at fault. If you have to kick me out, I get it. But Wednesday, Thursday, the latest, you'll have my picture.
Oh, look, dude, it's no rush. It was good to have a deadline in place. That gives everything. That gives a timeline for everyone to work towards. But
Yeah.
I understand that life sometimes gets in the way. Unfortunately, we've had someone drop out of the project just due to life getting in the way.
Yeah.
But we were able to refill that slot pretty quick. So I'm expecting there to be a few hiccups. It's been really smooth so far.
Yeah. I love the fact that a person dropped out. You got a person, and the person that you got already submitted their picture before me. Oh, it was so bad.
this guy, Steve. I'm gonna ride you all week about this, Steve.
You don't have to ride me all week. Just ride because tomorrow I have a
Wednesday,
previous
Thursday. I'll be on
photo
with
shoot.
you.
Wednesday, Thursday, the latest.
I'll be on them. Don't you worry.
You have my word. You have my word.
I hope so.
Otherwise, he's gonna have to dye his hair purple.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Or at least get a purple braid or some shit.
Okay, we'll make it happen.
But if it's like one of those tie-in jobs, like it has to be princessy. It can't be like a manly purple wisp.
Like a pink glitter hair extension.
You guys are trying to like make me be ashamed or embarrassed.
No,
You
we're
think
just
I'm gonna
trying
be
to motivate
embarrassed
you.
by
We're
wearing
trying to
a
motivate
pink
you. Is what
wispy
it
thing?
is. We're trying to motivate you.
Yeah, wait till you see my Halloween costume.
I'm so afraid of Halloween now.
Well, I mean, look at me. You can't embarrass me. I mean,
Nah.
I'm already rocking all of this.
It's not about embarrassing, Steve. It's that we want one good thing out of you, the photo. But if we can't have that, we want another good thing, which is you to have some beautiful pink hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what we can do. I don't think I'll have, maybe I'll do both because I'm gonna hit my deadline of Thursday the latest, and we'll see. I don't know if Leslie will let me dye my hair pink because she doesn't want me to
get like I'll find some hair extensions on Amazon. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll
find you something clip in.
Yeah, no worries.
We'll do that. That'd be good.
Oh my god.
Actually, since we have you on here and we have a tradition in the regular show that we do every Thursday, we do. I'm going to explain it to you like you don't know what it is. We do this thing. Actually, do you know Stu? He goes by Courier Stu on Instagram. Really great guy.
I think he went to a magic convention with a guy called Spidey or something, didn't he?
Yes, I remember hearing about that.
So, yeah, okay. So you know Spidey, that's good. So we do this thing called Sniffs for Stu.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a new deck that you haven't opened, we can open it up, give it a sniff, tell us what you think, and yeah.
Alrighty.
That way we could share it with our good friend Stu.
Okay. This is for Stu. So we have the what is it? The Players Edition Red Arabesque by Lautrec.
Yes. Lautrec Oath Half Moon.
Lautrec Oath Half Moon. Like too many names. Just call him Lautrec.
Yeah. Call him Loath.
Loath. So was this still half moon? Was it?
No,
that was Oath. Yeah,
that's Oath.
I love the care that goes into the opening though. Here, like this is not just like a sniff to sniff. This is a process.
Bro, it's a Lautrec deck. You gotta do it the right way.
That's what I mean. And like for those true aficionados, like the cello is a must sniff. Because you get like one good.
You're not sniffing enough because the plastic isn't going in.
Right.
There you go. Nice, good sniff.
But
Stu would be proud. Stu would be proud.
Okay. Cool, thanks. I hope I'm doing Stu proud. All right, now let's see if I can open this without getting caught on the tab seals. We got it. Feels like a cigarette packet from the 90s. That's what it feels like.
Interesting.
Yeah, like my dad used to smoke.
That is a true sniff.
I got a couple of whistling boogers in there. I can hear.
Yeah, I heard it.
You know those ones where you hardly breathe, and it's just in there like screaming like wee, and it's just like, come on, man, like.
I'm just like envisioning like an ASMR video with an animated like booger waving back and forth.
I know, right? There would have had to be a sound warning before that one. Like,
yeah,
warning, this guy's about to squeal like a pig. Yeah, you can smell the paper, but like the chemicals come through on the end of it. Like, I mean, you can tell they're expert. But...
Which factory? Which factory?
Who knows?
Good answer. It's probably a safe bet to say Taiwan.
Yeah, it's probably Taiwan.
Designed and printed in Greece. There you go. I was fucking way off.
Oh.
No, actually, yeah, those are Lautrec decks.
Yeah.
I love that. Such a good looking deck.
God, he's the GOAT for a reason, man.
They just feel like expert though. Ugh.
Yeah, no, they do feel like expert. That's the cool thing about Lautrec is, yeah, I mean, they fan awesome. That's the cool thing about Lautrec is he does try so many different stocks and finishes, and he creates stuff, that nobody even knows exists.
I really like the feeling of the tuck. So yeah. Good job, Lautrec.
Good.
And I hope
good job, Stu, on that sniff.
I hope that satisfies Stu. I hope he's happy with that.
I'm sure he will be. We'll have to show it to him when he wakes up.
I'd ask for a refund.
So one thing too to follow up on the project still, where can people find out more about the project?
Yes.
All right, so that's something we're going to be moving forward into, possibly creating a webpage for it. But for now, everyone can head over to at 52 Eyes Project and follow along there.
Nice.
You guys can catch all the info and updates through there. And for those of you that happen to be following Courier Stu as well, you'll be able to see the updates on that account too.
And
Nice.
we'll link to both 52 Eyes Project and Courier Stew below in the description here, so everyone can just click that link and follow along on Instagram for any updates on the project.
Yeah,
Heck
I think
yeah.
that's the best. That's the best way for now, guys.
Cool. Well, Stu, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us about the 52 Eyes project. I know both Steve and I and the community as a whole are very excited to see where this goes, and I think it's interesting to see a book about cards. We don't see a ton of them in the community, but also the aspect of it being, you know, about the perspective of how people see cards. I like the depth of the project. So
Yeah.
everyone make sure to keep an eye out. Early 2021, we will be seeing a Kickstarter for the 52 Eyes project. And for anyone who has further questions or is just curious about what the project's going to be all about, feel free to reach out to Stu on Instagram or even just to say hi in general, because Stu is an amazing guy. So
Yeah. Thank you very much, Beef Stew.
Hi. Hello.
Thank you everyone for checking out this episode of Deckin Around the Plug. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and go check out the 52 Eyes project. Yeah. Peace, everybody.